pretty, but you do just fine. I'll tell you, that's no way to do. Ask for drink of water, she brings me gasoline. Now don't you think that's treating me mighty mean? I'll tell you, there's no way to do. Now, Mr. Music Man.
Tell me about a family dish, Ma.
Okay, well, hi everybody. I am Mama Nia. That's what everybody calls me. If you're anywhere younger than 30, you have to call me Mama Nia, because that's how old my oldest child is. One of our favorite family dishes is groundnut stew. Get Black Barbie out of the way. Okay, but she doesn't eat groundnut stew. You see how skinny she is? She don't do groundnut stew.
Ma, come on, what's groundnut stew? What is it?
Okay, so groundnut stew is a combination of vegetables. Usually we use broccoli, cauliflower, onions, of course, tomatoes, whole diced tomatoes, not tomato sauce like you put in spaghetti. And of course, ground nuts, which are also called peanuts. Now my family is from South Carolina, South Kakalaki, and they're from the Sea Islands. A lot of them, you know, picked up or held on to a lot of the traditions that our ancestors passed on. And one was, well, the folks in the central part of South Carolina grew peanuts, and Georgia. So they combined their efforts with the ones in the Sea Islands. But anyway, groundnut stew made it all the way here from West Africa.
Mother, mother, they bound my feet, put chains on me, and took me away from thee. Said I be slave, but I know I am free because I come from she. Mother, mother, everything inside, it come from you. But I cannot deny, through pain on these shores, some new culture grew.
Okay, Matt, so tell me about where you're from.
I'm from a town called Moncks Corner, South Carolina. My town is very small, very country, very rural. We don't have any sidewalks, no street lights, no garbage pickup, none of that.
So tell me what you know about groundnut stew or groundnut soup.
Okay, well, groundnut soup, I'll go there first, is, you know, I'm not an expert on it. I'm more so, I guess I'll say I'm a novice with it, but I've had both renditions of whatever you want to call it, soup or stew, and soup is more so just, you know, peanuts. I've also heard that it makes cashews in with it as well sometimes, but you know, I've had that, and it's more of a brothy soup-like, you know, dish. You know, you eat it out of a bowl. But with the stew, it's more so with vegetables. You have your meats in there. Of course, being from the South, you know, some of the staple meats are your chickens, your beefs, and your porks. But most of the time, you have your pork in there. You know, you have your pork in the stew. A little bit of vegetable. And being from the South, most of the time your vegetables will consist of your beans, your peas, things of that nature. Sometimes a lot of people put okra in their stews, just as a nice base. Okra makes a nice base for stews, and I'm a fan of okra too.
name is Dr. Adrienne Cardon. I'm originally from Savannah, Georgia. I spent my entire life there. I was raised there. And I'm very familiar with the low country culture because that is where I grew up. I'm on the Sea Islands, going to St. Simon's Island. You may be familiar with Tuskegee, St. Helena, Sapelo Island. And it is an area that has a lot of cultural retention. Savannah was considered the mainland or the big city for many who are coming from the islands. And the Gullah culture has been well preserved in that area. We have festivals annually, as well as a lot of the cuisine, it's featured in our local restaurants because tourism is really big in Savannah, between Savannah and Charleston. So that entire coastal area off the coast of Georgia and South Carolina has, a dwindling now population of people who retain West African culture. The first time I ate groundnut stew was when the Olympics came to Atlanta, and I can't remember the year. I want to say it was like 1996. In preparation for them coming, one of my uncles was on the Olympic committee from Atlanta, and so we had a delegation of people come from Burkina Faso, and some of the ladies stayed with us. One of the fundraisers was they were going to have dancers coming from the country to Savannah to perform at the Civic Center, and the ladies who stayed with us were preparing the food, and they made groundnut stew along with fufu and couscous. And so they used our kitchen and our back porch to prepare their food in large quantities. And I remember we had the stove set up for them, but they used the stove, but they also used the floor. They used the floor of our kitchen and they used the ground out on the back porch area, screened in. So they spread out their pots and pans, and they filled our kitchen with all of the nuts they needed for the groundnut stew. They did everything the same way they would have done it back in Africa. And that was the first time I ever ate it because it's not something that I grew up eating. We were fascinated with the similarities in spices and things that they were using that were similar to what we used in Savannah in our cooking. So that was the first time I ever ate it, and then I loved it. So I was sold on couscous and fufu. It seemed to be a fire taste. My family is big on food. It is a part, in the South, it's a part of our communal structure. So everything is celebrated with food or with a meal. And we understood what they were doing in our context of being like a call for the community to come together. So when we took them to the Civic Center and we helped them serve the food, it was very informally done. And it was a call for our local community to come together and take part in their culture and understand that the way they had their stew, which we looked at as a gravy, was similar to how we eat rice with every meal and have gravy with almost every meal, some form of rice and gravy, but definitely we will have rice.
blessed with every step I take. Trust it is the air that we're breathing. I'm blessed with every breath I take.